Hey people, injured here for every 3. Estia Province, blue team, some chaos. We've got Snno1 as a chaos lord. Durable and destructive hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed. Powerful offense and disruption, fights mainly in melee combat with some Black Legion alongside. It's Tom with the surname that I can't say. As a plague champion, starts off range combat with a damage over time bolter, can get melee weapons, some decent utility and support, can build turrets and repair, but is very slow. Also rocking some Black Legion, not the elite scheme kind. Round off the blue team then is He-Man as a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support, fights in melee combat. Begins with a refractor field, can also shoot his own fellas in the head because it's fun. Sage on a red team as another Lord Commissar. Alongside them, SorroWfuL LivED with a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive hero with some awesome manipulation and battlefield control, rocking the Death Guard. Now right on a soft then, Revs as a force commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. What is this? Blood Angels elite scheme. I don't remember this helmet being Blood Angels. He's also recolored it and changed the badge. Is that Marauder's badge, I think? Well, there's your force commander, there's your teams. We're going to have some shooting fun and some melee, I guess. In mid it's all kicking off, lots of chaos fighting each other. Might need some support from Sage. Doombolts flies in. CSM off the field at least. Now Heretics getting stuck into this Sorcerer. Corn worship from the Heretics, but I need to be careful. Here comes Sage with some support now. Double CSM for SorroWfuL. Nothing else on the field yet for Snno and WoehlkeI. Might see Noise Marines or Havocs. Doombolts killing a single Heretic there. Looks like the blue team will push through. Maybe straight onto the VP. Most likely though, veering over to the power. He-Man with 4 Guardsman squads on the field. That's a lot of las guns. Shoot at something long enough, it's gonna die. Even with las guns. And Tactical Marines do not want to get involved. And Revs making a mistake here and going for more Tactical Marines, I think. Should get Devastators up immediately. They should trade relatively well, especially if you can get them into melee combat, but the Lord Commissar is going to be smacking them as well. And they get the decap over here. Bile Spewer in play for the Plague Champion. Does he get away though? Does not get away. Bile Spewer set to be nerfed somewhat in 2.8. It's going to get its damage against generators toned down and light buildings in general, such as turrets. If you want to go ahead and read the early notes for 2.8, you can check them out on dawnofwar.info/forum in the releases board, I think. 472 to 499. It's a 1-to-1 cap. Noise Marines up for Snno. Noise Marines also up for Tom. Have this awesome Sonic Blaster that shuts down ranged attacks and does a big chunk of damage to stuff, especially light buildings, as we've mentioned before. Combi Flamer up for the Chaos Lord. Look at the damage to that Sentinel. Noise Marines not really ideal for a single entity like a Sentinel. Double Guardsman moving up, trying to defend the power here is Sage. Does have a heavy weapon squad, here it is. Sentinel taking a lot of damage, looks like it's going to be okay. Some clutch repairs being done, and now we have the suppression of the heavy bolter, but that is some nasty immolation. Can't suppress a Chaos Lord, of course, but doesn't like to get shot at by heavy bolters. The Sentinel barely surviving, down to 19 hit points. Meanwhile, mid, red team pushing through maybe briefly. The Force Commander gets away, does have some Devastators now. Tactical Marines doing their fast capping stuff and getting the wreck point uncapped, which I'm sure is fun for the blue team to deal with. They have to retake it now. Aspiring Champion Heretics, what's going on over here? Lord Commissar versus Lord Commissar. Who is the staunchest of them? Who's got the most discipline? Unfortunately, they can't shoot each other in the head. Maybe with Inspire Terror they can. He's really chasing down Sage's Lord Commissar, but gets suppressed eventually by a heavy bolter and needs to back away. These guys do have flamers. I guess they were trying to get in on that power over there on the west side. Double flamers up. 5 Guardsman squads for He-Man. How many flamers are there? There's 4 flamers. Wow. Who isn't building power, says Snow. That sounds like something a Chaos Lord would say. Chaos Lord getting hidden. Chaos Sorcerer, I should say. The Plague Champion's still down. It's hard to revive him that far up. Oh, wow. Doombolt's doing some work there. CSM are already now quite low for this coming engagement. And we have double Eternal War CSM. They're going to pick off these fellas pretty quickly if they target him. But they stop chasing. Some Nurgle worship now to heal them up. Red team getting their act together for a push. The CSM getting low down to 1 model trying to tie up the heavy bolter. They do get in there, but need to be careful. Units in melee combat do take less range damage. I believe it's like 40% less. Although there are certain units that do not get that benefit, such as I think Guardsmen don't get it. Just one of the many things that Dawn of War 2 does not explain to its players. At least I don't think it does explain that. This is some quick power bashing right here. We got enough flamers. There we go. Sentinel comes in. Does not get the ground pound that I saw. Man, that would be a very juicy Doombolt. So he could also get the Icon of Tzeentch for the Curse of Tzeentch and do some very nasty things to that massive blob of Flamer Guardsmen. They did their job though. Bashed, got out of there, and now goes tier 2, does He-Man, I guess Chimera to support those Guardsmen. Maybe. Unfortunately for He-Man, he can't transition all of those flamers into plasma guns. So he's stuck with them for the rest of the game now. Catachins for Sage, tier 2 all around then, apart from the red team's Lord Commissar Sage. A bash and a decap on this east side though. Lots of noise marines all over the place. One from each Chaos player. Doom Blast fight. Red team lost. Kicking off over here now. Double CSM standing in the immolates. Some cacophony, but it doesn't affect the Lord Commissar. He's got his shield up. Look at this. Power Sword and Carapace. Where are the cat? Oh, they're right there. Doom Blast just to suppress the Commissar and then they run away. I don't think that was worth it, fellas. Could have just run away. Why suppress the Lord Commissar there? 450 to 375. Power bashing. Covered by a heavy bolter. It's always nice to have a setup team cover your bash. You do need to actually set up though, fellas. And I'm not sure that's the direction to do so. Double cap for red. Blood Crusher on the way for Snow. Kicking off though on the east side. The Power Bashing Brigade are in. And they again get it done. Noise Marines and 4 Flamer Guardsmen. The quickest power bash in history. The double Tactical Marines are trying to get into a flanking position then, I think. But couldn't quite manage it. Red team do see them off. But yeah, some vicious bashing from He-Man. And here comes the Chimera to support those fellas. Blood Crusher hits the field. A Demon Vehicle unit with some powerful melee attacks. Not the toughest thing around though. We'll see what he can do here. Sage's Heavy Weapon Squad already off the field. Did they get... They must have got a full bash. They must have. Pretty sure they did. Lord Commissar of Sage. Getting very close to base turrets, but he's alright. Continues the bash over here. Plague Champion is still down. Blue team getting a natural pack. Something pushed forward to grab it. What was it? I don't know. Where's that Blood Crusher? What's he up to? Attack the Commissar. He's right there. Goes after the Sentinel. Not a useful special attack, Mr. Blood Crusher. Did not quite get that generator down. 322, 375 on the VPs. We're going to get revived finally, yay! Plague Champion is up. Just to lets loose some of the crap from his Biosphere as he got revived there. Hard to control sometimes. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Here's a Dreadnought for Revs. Looking pretty neat. With that massive blood drop type thing on the front. Oh, some guardsmen got wiped out. Were those He-Mans? I think they were. Blastmaster now doing some work. Tactical Marines did not want to stick around for that. Force Commander sneaking in there though, using the line of sight blockers. Dreadnought starts off as a full-on melee walker for the Space Marines. 2 close combat weapons. 100 heavy melee DPS with a big splash. It's like 40 heavy melee per hit splash, I think. Chimera's lost some health. Plague Marines, something to do with that, I guess. We do have the Rod of Warp Fire up for the Sorcerer, and now Robes of Torment. Let the galaxy burn a little bit. Just a little bit of burn. It really hated that structure over there. Good hit on the Lord Commissar. We have a Corn Shrine. It's all kicking off though. Lots of pressure on the powers in this game. I'm liking it. 301, 352. Lord Commissar needs to judge this well. Level 3 does have the power sword and does get out of there. There's the Chains of Torment. You need to destroy this central mass over here to stop them from grabbing your units. There we go, does it. You can see the range is quite large. It was actually grabbing these guys over here. Some big rosters on the field. I think the only thing that's been lost, I think, has been a single guardsman squad from He-Man. I think that's right. Blood Crusher chasing a Sentinel. Does have the missile launcher. Crack missile is pretty good against vehicles, but doesn't want to take the time to turn around and shoot it. Getting into base. Blood Crusher not really threatened by heavy bolted turrets, but can it finish off the Sentinel here? Can't seem to catch it. Now charges away and should be okay, I think. 301, 312. Crack missile getting shot, so I might be able to chase down the Blood Crusher there. You have an assault cannon dreadnought. The Blood Crusher did indeed go down. Assault cannon barrage is awesome. Chaos Dreadnought on the field as well. And some more CSM up pretty late for Tom. Getting Eternal War immediately. Might be looking to get double Marco Zinch up or something. That's a dead Commissar. Wow. Kind of teleported into the Sinkhole there. And is tossed aside by the Dreadnought. That inspiration on kill. All quiet on the west side. We do have a Corn Shrine still here. Spewing out blood letters. Spews them out a lot quicker if you worship it. Also gives Snow's units a little damage buff. Like 10%, I think. Uh-oh. Is that a Manticore? No, I don't think it is. It's just a Basilisk Flare. Blaster Master takes the garrison. Pushing through though is Sage 301 270. Autocannon setting up. Painful for pretty much anything. Lord Commissar needs to be careful here. That's a Dreadnought in your face. Does run away. The Shrine remains. 301 262 kicking off in the middle. Yes, it is. Blastmaster getting shots with the Chains of Torment up. It's a messy fight. Raptors jumping in now. Might get a model from the Noise Marines. No, can't get another one. The Space Marine Dreadnought doing some work, it seems like. Plague Champion still level 1. The poor fella is down for so long. Tier 3 for He-Man. Tier 3 also for Revs. Getting there in good time. With a Dreadnought purchase as well. It's the Power Bash Brigade back on patrol on this east side. Supported by a Chimera. Looks like the Chimera ate a las cannon shot from these fellas. More power bashing. Yeah, they got some of it. They got the node and a couple of generators. Chimera escapes all sneaky like. Can they instantly now get onto this power? Maybe. Meanwhile, mid. Another power harass, this time from the red team. And they almost finished this off. This thing is clinging onto It's structural bonds, the power generator over there. 35 hit points. Might want to go and repair that thing. I guess they're too busy repairing dreadnoughts now. One each for those blue team Chaos players. Last cannon set up in response to those dreadnoughts. Uh-oh, Catachan's getting in behind the Noise Marines. Sends them packing. Marco Zinch now on this dreadnought. Not entirely sure why. I guess to fight the Chimera. Might be overkill. We'll see. Cracked missile doing some work. Can't discount that thing. And here's a las cannon now getting shot. Dreadnought needs to move. Should have been moving before that las cannon set up, to be honest. But it does get away. 233, 262, 2-1 cap for red team. It's pretty damn close though. SorroWfuL lived with some raptors up, as you've seen. Oh, Snow just lost something. Snow just lost something. I think it was those heretics there. Chimera also went down though. The dreadnought also perishes though. There it was. Heavy losses for Snow. Does go tier 3 though. What's this? Chimera running for its life. Dreadnought's there. Assault cannon's not going to do much with that piercing damage, but can't get into melee, looks like. Breaking stuff pretty well, but can't get up to it. Looks like it's going to be okay for now. Plague Fist up for the Plague Champion and Armor of Pestilence. Not messing around anymore. Getting in on these Raptors. There's the Pestilence Strike. Somewhat wasted, I think, since that would have just provided damage reduction to those Raptors there. 190, 262 on the VPs. Here comes the Flame Brigade again. He-Man's got an autocannon down to just 2 guardsmen now. They have done a hell of a lot of bashing though. 180, 262. Looks like we have some discordance in the ranks of the blue team, where you can't expect Chaos and Imperial Guard to get along that well. Terminator Force Commander with a Power Fist going up against a Dreadnought. Needs to be careful. Red team might be able to push through here and get straight onto the VP. He-Man with a Lehman Russ on the way. Can they get a triple? What is this? It's a Dreadnought contestant over here, taking las cannon shots though. Yeah, they're having to back up. They're having to back up. Get one of those Marines on there. Maybe that is double Marco's Inc. CSM though. Lehman Russ getting shots now. Oh, he's gone for Executioner. I guess there's a lot of infantry around. Oh boy, talking about infantry, here's some Terminator Assault Squad business going on. Unique unit for the Force Commander. Have those heavy melee Thunderhammers and Storm Shields. Very, very tough. But they can't retreat. You see them teleporting out here. 134, 262. More power bashing. We have some Melter Gun Raptors. Chased down by a tank. It's like a rapid firing plasma cannon, this thing. Blue team pushed all the way back to their VP. Can they break out? Red team needs to be careful not to overextend. Oh boy, that would have been awesome. Emperor's Wrath there from He-Man. Those guys are retreating just in time not to feel the full brunt of that. That might have wiped several things there. Does crazy damage. What is it again? 150 each. Man. I think even level 4 CSM would have been whacked by that if they get hit by all of the missiles. 100 to 262. Chaos Lord barely getting in. Nope. Could have used Kill the Weak there. Stayed in play a little bit longer. Dreadnought pushing forward. Where's the las cannon? Here is the las cannon. It's going out of base. I guess Snow knows that it's around. Backing away now. Blue team still camped on their VP. Red team not letting up on this pressure. Terminator Force Commander in a fight, that's for sure. Tanking a hell of a lot of damage. Blastmaster is too far forward. Big misplay there from, I think, Tom. Yep. Look at this. Red team just marching on through again. Man, that Force Commander took so much punishment then. They've got the west side. Well done, Snow. 2-2 on cap here. 85 to 255. And tier 3 now for Snow as well. Spent a lot of power in tier 2. But we'll retain the west side for now. Are they going to come over and help or keep the pressure over here? Looks like the pressure is staying mid for now. Need help now, says Sage. Raptors jumping, trying to get on the Chimera. There's the Melter Bomb. Taking a hell of a lot of damage doing so, though. You have a Mark of Khorne Chaos Dreadnought. That was Emperor's Wrath again, I think. Looks like the red team are being seen off. They could have tried to stabilize the west side a little bit more rather than this big push on the mid, but they got really close to like pushing through in a big way. But now blue team see them off. This Space Marine Dreadnought has been awesome. It's still around. Chaos Lord level 5. Combi Flamer and an Armory of Inferno. He likes fire, this fella, I think. Power Bashful Grenade on patrol again. Oh, they can't get close to the generators, I don't think. I don't think they can get there. 1-to-1 cap. Blue team have to hold on for quite a while here if they're going to win this game. Sage has a Lehman Russ. He-Man looking quite depleted. Might be saving it yet. Saving up for a Baneblade. We'll see how that goes. You've seen them fail to make an impact several times in the 3v3 now because players are just not careful enough with them. They're a fire support superiority unit. They're not to be driven forward at the head of your army into everything. 85 to 201. Red team now coming for the west side, and it looks like they're going to be able to take it, right? Looks like it. We do have some Khorne Shrines. Human Rust being chased. Not sure why the Chaos Lord is attacking it. Doesn't even bleed. He does eventually run away. A pretty well-timed Noxious Cloud gets the Blastmaster out of there. Now the Chaos Dreadnought's in trouble. And they're still losing the west side too. Oh, some subjugated Chaos Space Marines getting into all sorts of trouble. 85 to 183. There's a Blood Sacrifice Bloodletter squad coming in. One of the globals of the Chaos Lord. A pretty damn good global too. Can really turn the tide of engagement, but it's not going to turn the tide of this. Pretty much completely wasted there. Didn't stop the cap. Don't think it's going to get the Force Commander off the field. No. Did some damage, but he's still on the field. They got a decap over here, the blue team. Really topsy-turvy game. Land Raider Phobos on the way for Snow and for SorroWfuL. And here's the Baneblade. It's going, from the looks of it, all the way over to the west side. Which is probably where you want it to be. You don't really want to be pushing that thing all the way through the mid with Assault Terminators on the prowl. Snow getting that Phobos up. Here it is. Has las cannons on the side sponsons and a twin linked heavy bolter on the top. And a pretty awesome Dirge Caster ability to mess up anything that gets close. Chaos Lord's trying to push things off. I'm not sure why the Dreadnought is backing away. Fight him. There you go. Not going to do much to the Dreadnought with a power melee weapon over there. Not an especially powerful one either. Dark Flames, they are just throwing things at this blue team here. Uh-oh, Dreadnought might have got too far forward. Repairing's not going to help you against all these las cannons. Trying to get away. Oh, might still get away. 33 hit points. Can the Phobos get the last hit? Mark of Khorne, Chaos Dreadnought trading blows with Assault Terminators there. The Dreadnought lives somehow. 7 hit points. And survives. That was another Emperor's Wrath. And here's the Baneblade. The Dreadnought lived. Amazing. That's going to take so long to repair though. Plasma Cannon, good choice from Revs. If he can get it over to this side anyway. Do they both have Blastmaster still? They do. Snows is back at base though. That is some stuff kicking off. Manticore Strike from He-Man there. Manticores are a really good tool to use against these big vehicles like Baneblades and Land Raiders. Do a lot of damage and it's pretty easy to hit them. Another Manticore for He-Man. Blue team trying to stabilize this side. Red team, what is this Manticore doing? Down it goes. Sage getting his Manticore in all sorts of problems. Yeah. WTF indeed. 71 to 168 on the VPs. 1-1. Blue team have got themselves back into this. Snow has recovered reasonably well and he's still got a lot of resources. Could save up for Terminators. Could get a tank up. Pretty good map for tanks. Lord Commissar doing some capping over here. Is anyone going to break ranks and go mid? Does it look like right now? These guys are... I don't think they're set up, actually. I don't see any firing arc. Trying to cover that approach. There's a Nurgle Shrine now. If you're worshipping it, it actually acts as a reinforcement point, but those guys are going to repair instead, looks like, for now. 71, 144, 2-1 for blue. It's up to the red team to push. Do they have any nukes? I think Revs. Revs is very close to a nuke. And that is a lot of blobbed up stuff there. Are you set up, fellas? You're set up in a very strange way. 71 to 135. That's the Basilisk Flare. Does have double Manticores, He-Man. If they can pounce on this Phobos, that could be nasty. There's one of the Manticores striking. And there's the second one. Phobos taking big chunks of damage. Big fight here. Nurgle Shrine doing its thing. Not really focusing all that well on the Phobos and it's able to get away. Sorcerer shot to pieces. I think he was trying to subjugate something. And didn't work out. Now the blue team's Phobos under threat. That's a Basilisk Flare. Does work against vehicles. Dirge caster used. Didn't seem to affect anything. He must have a nuke available somewhere now. Yeah, Revs has one. No sign of it quite yet. Still kicking off over here. What a fight. Baneblade needs to come over, surely. Down goes that tank. Everything reinforcing off the shrine, and there's the orbital. This could be a game-changing nuke right here. Shrine's destroyed. Yeah, that is a big game changer. Here comes a Nurglite nuke from Tom. Phobos lives though. Got a hell of a lot of repairs there. Mark of Khorne Dreadnought still stumbling forward. Level 3. In on some heretics, but I think it's going to go down here. Phobos has turned. Yeah, there we go. Down to 38 VPs, the blue team. That was an awesome fight. But where was the Baneblade? It took a lot of damage. Maybe it was in the fight more than I give it credit for. Sage lost a lot. Looks like the other red players preserved their things pretty well. And triple Manticores here for He-Man. 28 to 135. Where are they all hanging out? They're over here. It's a big deal for the Phobos to have to contend with. Uh-oh. Assault Terminator is getting in on the Baneblade. He needs to move this thing. Manticore. Chaos Terminator is coming in. Kind of aimless Manticore strikes there. Down goes the Baneblade. He did not move it. 28 to 135. Emperor's Wrath. Do they both have it now? Yes. Manticore's being dealt with very, very quickly by these Assault Terminators, but look at that Marco's Inch fire. Shredding them there, and this one actually survived. So he still has 2. This Phobos is still around. Can they cap over there, the red team? They have the natural of the blue. They might not even need to. Double cap here. This might be the game. I think it is. Very, very frantic and fun ending there. Very, very cool. Both of the Phobos have survived somehow. Let's look at his heroes. Level 6 Chaos Lord. Did some good work. We have a level 5 Plague Champion down. Had Armor of Pestilence and the Fist. Not sure if he had an accessory. Level 6 Lord Commissar for He-Man, Fist of Brockus, and the Emperor's Wrath. Sage with Power Sword, Carapace, and Emperor's Wrath level 5. Level 6 Sorcerers down. Had the Rod of Warpfire and Robes of Torment. Not sure if he had something else. He had Tome of Subjugation, didn't he? And, of course, the Terminator Force Commander, who is too badass for levels. Looks like he was getting stuck into that Lord Commissar over there. Well, there you have it, guys. It was a fun one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.